really feeling it.
And we start the podcast with that.
Yay!
Good.
Well, welcome to the Ramble Express, everyone. It's been how long since we've done this?
2 weeks.
18 years.
Let's go with
It's been
that.
300 years.
We are old men.
Yes, we're all old now.
By the way,
The year is 2083. There's still no new Metroid game.
Half-Life.
failed. We ended up starting World War IV. It was so horrific we skipped 3.
Yeah, that's the beauty part of it.
Plus,
It's
Gabe,
so epic,
plus
but
Gabe
skip-
Newell became president of the United States and just decided to skip the number 3 altogether.
Yes. Yeah, 3 is no longer a number.
Yeah,
You know, I actually think that if
America
Gabe Newell
is
became
three.
president, we'd never have World War III simply because he just wouldn't accept a number 3. You know?
Basically.
Yeah. We're gonna start
So
World War.
England and America go to war over Gabe Newell trying to eradicate the number 3 and saying that he'll launch nukes at us if we don't. We wouldn't let him launch a nuke. So
Imagine that. He'll just. Imagine that though. Gabe Newell just like changing all of like the whole education system, where it's just like 1, 2, 4, 5.
Anything involving 3 is just gone. Every number.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
I know. I also find it funny because Gabe Newell's birthday is actually November 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So he's gonna kill his own birthday.
When Gabe Newell worked at Microsoft, he worked on Windows 1, Windows 2, and Windows 2.5.
Actually, the funny thing is that happened with games as well, because it was 1, 2.5.
More or
it was
less, yeah,
1,
actually.
2 chapter 1, 2 chapter 2.
It's like a book.
Well, it was episodes, but whatever. Who's counting? Not him.
It's like a book.
But should we start
Anyway,
with
what
the?
were we talking about?
I think we were talking about the Game Awards.
We're supposed to be talking about the Game Awards. I've only seen.
Yeah, okay, the Game Awards were balls.
I don't want to watch them because I know how bad they can be.
Like,
never.
okay, a lot of people complained about last year's VGX. Does not even compare to the Game Awards this year.
I never really cared for the Game Awards in general, so.
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, I think we were recording a lot of stuff when the Game Awards happened, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, I
I sat through and I watched the whole damn thing. I was in a call with the other guys at Nintendo Alliance while it was going on. They gave up around the time. They gave up about around the hour and a half point. But I kept going and informed them of anything that could be possibly interesting. And there was nothing aside from the Zelda Wii U stuff.
Yeah, I only saw Mario Maker and Zelda U, which. Was there anything else worthwhile from Nintendo's part?
There was it was mainly just Nintendo winning a bunch of stuff. I know Smash, I think, won Best Fighting Game.
Mario Kart won Best Sports Game, I believe.
Yeah, Mario Kart won the category that it was in. But nothing incredibly interesting. The Game Awards were pretty bad.
I really
Guys,
don't.
I just noticed that
The-
there's a full mount on the bottom of the PS2.
Wait,
the
what?
slim version. I just noticed that.
One other thing that I definitely know from the Game Awards is the Final Fantasy remaster of a remaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the thing that I found that I found really funny in the PlayStation Experience thing the next day, they're like, Final Fantasy VII re-release on PS4. It's not even a remake.
It's
No
just a
one
port
even-
and a bad port.
I mean, like, I don't care because I don't like Final Fantasy VII, but that is just a bitch slap to the fans.
Can they please make a 3D remake of Final Fantasy VI?
Yeah, can we get some attention
That-
for the
that would be
for the
interesting.
best Final Fantasy?
That would be interesting.
I have yet to play the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I've never played any of them.
Actually, to be fair,
Basically, everything from 3 to 6 is really good, and then everything after that, just no.
What about 1 and 2?
I like
1 and 2 are not inherently bad, but they haven't aged well.
Okay.
They are definitely NES RPGs.
Uh,
I liked 1.
so
One is good if you're playing. One is good if you're playing like the port on the PSP.
so essentially just
Actually, I
play.
have the PS1 version.
So essentially just play 1 through 6, then stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Seven,
Don't even play 2.
because 7, even if you end up liking 7, there is no possible way that it can live up to the expectations people have set for you. 8 is just garbage. 9 is too forgettable to even bother. 10 is mixed. 10-2 is also mixed. 11 was tedious. 12 was also just bleh. And the 13 series is a whole new level of garbage.
No, you mean Final Hallway 13?
Yep.
Yeah, those JonTron videos were funny.
And then the third one is Final Hallway 13, also time limit.
Okay, I'm just going to talk about hypes here. If the Watch Dogs hype made you think you were going to grow wings, then the Final Fantasy VII hype makes you think it's going to teleport you to Equestria in the middle of Fallout Equestria.
Yeah.
That'll be
Which would
interesting.
be awesome, but you'd probably get owned by raiders while you were trying to learn to walk.
Yeah. But let's get on to an actual interesting topic. And what did you guys think of the Mario Maker trailer that they showed?
Oh,
I was already pretty sold on Mario Maker anyway, and that was just like, this only gives me more reason to buy it.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
same.
Yeah, they showed that you can do a lot more with the just the level creator in general, and you don't have just the main level theme. Yeah, you can choose like a water level or castle, and yeah, that
And you
just
can even go with different, the different aesthetics from certain games like Mario World, which is definitely the one that I will use the most.
Huh.
all I'm asking for is for Nintendo to announce being able to download other people's levels, because if you don't have that, that's gonna
They are. It's gonna be a level sharing thing. I'm expecting Kaizo Mario everywhere.
Yeah,
Wait,
have they
confirmed that they're gonna be it's gonna be like a downloading levels game?
I think that was one of the first things they confirmed when Mario Maker was first shown off. Yeah, Mario Maker.
It needs
Mario
pay more
Maker's-
content before I buy it, and if not, I would only pay 15 quid for it.
Well,
I think it's probably going to be not a full title release like Captain Toad. I think it'll probably be cheaper.
speaking of
Yeah, probably would be cheaper to like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if it's actually gonna be on the sold in retail, I think they would probably make it $30.
yeah,
$20 to $30.
yeah, I'd say
that'd probably be a good price tag.
I'd say around that, yeah. And speaking of online with the whole downloading thing, I'm honestly kind of glad that Hyrule Warriors doesn't have online, because I played the co-op. It's fine, it gets the job done, but it cuts the quality in half. So literally the what you see on the gamepad will be the same quality on the TV, and the frame rate will be chopped in half. So it's a lot laggier than if you do it in single player. So if there was online, it probably would have chopped it into like a quarter. So to be honest, I'm kind of glad they didn't bother with online.
Yeah. Although one thing I'm expecting, Mario Party 10 better have online.
That would be really interesting, actually. I'm surprised they haven't done online for that Mario Party yet.
I think there was really limited online for Mario Party DS.
Yeah.
Mario Party. Now you can ruin your friendships from all across the world.
I don't think they have an excuse, because from my experience, I found the Wii U's internet connection to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's just probably Nintendo hasn't done it too much before, and so they're not entirely sure how it will go.
Well, the Wii.
But they're one to take risks, so I think
Yeah.
they'll probably try it out with Mario Party 10.
Yeah. I wonder though, with Mario Maker, do you guys think they'll make it so you can make level packs where you can kind of make your own worlds, I guess? Because you have 1-ups and depending on what theme you're making the stage in, it will change the end goal.
Yeah.
So that has
I
me.
would like that.
Yeah, that has me to believe that you can make your own worlds and stuff, which could be interesting because you could. Might be kind of tedious to keep on downloading specific levels, so you could have like, okay, here you have like specific like not really playlists, but little things like, okay, here's where Mario 1 levels are, and you click one box where it's just individual levels and another box where it's like a complete world and stuff like that.
Yeah, I honestly, at this point, I think, as much as I'd like to be able to download multiple levels at a time, I think it'll probably end up like Mega Man Powered Up, where you have to download each level individually.
Well, maybe they can work around it. I'm not sure. It really depends on how
I mean,
they.
I think the levels will probably be small enough that the download times won't take an incredibly long time, but it'll definitely, you'll notice it.
Maybe they can work around it. We'll see.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I'm just curious on how the downloading server, I guess, will function in general, like the interface and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to remake some of the older levels. I'm definitely going to make levels from the older Mario games using the newer aesthetics, and vice versa.
World 1-1 in Super Mario World.
Yes.
I do like.
I don't doubt that somebody will actually do their best to recreate the entirety of Mario World with an original Mario aesthetic.
Yeah, I mean, like I think they can do the original Mario World with the Mario U aesthetic because because slanted pipes and all that.
I do like that each theme has their own like physics from their respective games, so it's not like all the themes are just with Mario 1 physics. Like they all feel like they're from their actual games, which is nice.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody were to recreate any level from Mario U in Mario World, I'd probably like it way more.
I would
Because I liked Mario U. I'd say it's the only new Super Mario Bros. Game that's actually worth playing.
I'd say the
but
same.
it's still not. It's still not incredibly great. Also, I find it really funny that when the Wii U launched, I thought that it was going to be the Super Nintendo 2.0. It's more the GameCube 2.0.
Yeah,
Which I don't mind because I love the GameCube. But
yes, Mario U is definitely the only new Super Mario Bros. Game you should even consider to get.
yeah. Like, if you want some one playthrough stupid fun, then 2 is good, but
Yeah.
if you want to, like, actually play a game and enjoy it, then Mario U.
Yeah. Pretty much. Do you think they'll make it so you can play as other characters though? Because
I hope so.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll
Maybe.
I wonder if they'll have like a couple of other themes as well, because there's like some room for a couple of others. Maybe it could be interesting if they bring in like Mario Land 1 and 2 or something.
Yeah.
Or even
I just want to point out, Mario Land, the original Mario Land, does not get a lot of appreciation.
Yeah, I would like to see the original Mario Land there.
Well, this is a stretch, but they could bring in the Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah.
But that's a really big stretch, so. What? Because Miyamoto at the end said that if it's successful, this might become a series. So what other games do you think Nintendo should do this for?
Metroid.
Yeah.
Kirby.
Metroid, Kirby, Zelda Dungeon Maker. What else?
If they could figure out a way to get it to work properly, Star Fox.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was debating whether to say that or not because that might be hard to structure.
What else?
I'm not sure really. Maybe Yoshi. Maybe Yoshi.
Yeah, I was thinking Yoshi also.
Also, if they do make like a Kirby Maker, please let the Epic Yarn aesthetic be an option.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like
Yeah.
the Epic Yarn wasn't one of my choices. I mean, because for my choices, I would go for like Dreamland 1, Adventure, Superstar, maybe 64, and Return to Dreamland.
Oh, a Mario.
I didn't think of adding Epic Yarn. Maybe we'll add the Epic Yarn aesthetic.
A Mario Kart track editor, definitely. That would be really awesome.
Add that in an update for Mario Kart 8, actually.
Yeah, true.
Actually, do it for DLC as the last DLC pack.
Before you do that, though, make an actual battle map.
Yeah, make battle maps.
Yeah, please.
And make it free DLC.
I don't know about
Yeah.
free, but if you just do it at all, I'll be really happy.
Yeah.
Well, no, do it as free.
I don't think Nintendo, unless it's like a costume pack, I really doubt Nintendo would do free DLC because that's honestly very silly. But
Yeah.
they'd probably do cheap DLC.
Probably.
Do it as an update. But I'm just going to point out it'd be an absolutely massive update.
Well, yeah.
It's easier to do it as DLC. Then if people want to do the update, they can.
No, I don't see why you'd not want to have battle maps.
Because drugs, that's why.
Also, I'm looking on Twitter and I see that people are surprised that there's a Lucina amiibo, and I laugh.
What?
internally.
Seriously?
Every single character in Smash Bros. Is going to have an amiibo by the end of its life cycle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, what?
Like
Well,
they confirmed that. They said every fighter in Smash will have an amiibo.
yeah,
I'm
that's
definitely
been
gonna get the Pac-Man amiibo once it comes out.
yeah, that's been confirmed since like when they showed off the amiibos, I believe.
Yeah. Currently, the only ones that I'm really interested in getting are the Samus and Zero Suit Samus, and I pre-ordered the was it the I pre-ordered the Mega Man amiibo.
I'm looking for
I would get Kirby,
Yes.
Villager, Bowser Jr., Pac-Man, Mega Man, Sonic.
Snake.
By the way,
If there was
Sonic
a
is
Snake
already
one.
sold out.
Game & Watch, Mr. Game & Watch.
I wonder how they'll
Duck
make
Hunt.
the Game and Watch figure.
They better
I
make
think
it
they'd probably make it out of the same plastic, but they'd make it like really thin. Like they couldn't do like paper thin like he's portrayed in the game, but they'd make it thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make it. Yeah, he'd be thin, but thick enough so it's like the same plastic as
Right.
everything else.
Yeah.
For me, I'd probably go with Sonic, Toon Link, Kirby, Yoshi.
Oh, I'm also definitely gonna grab the Mewtwo amiibo.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Actually, I might go for a Mewtwo one as well.
Which, once right now the only thing in my mind that keeps Smash Wii U from being as good as Melee, in fact even better, is that Mewtwo isn't in the game. But once that Mewtwo DLC comes out, I think that Smash Wii U will be better than Melee.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I think we've pretty much said everything we can about Mario Maker. So.
And then the Zelda thing was really cool.
Yeah, Zelda was. It was
Yeah.
it was nice to finally see gameplay after E3.
Yeah, I actually, some of the people I was in the call with, one of them said that they were literally crying when they saw everything that was going on with the music and the Imagine Dragons performance.
Wow.
Really?
I don't know if I entirely believe them, but
I don't believe it. I mean, like, that sounds like they're giving it way too much praise than they should.
well, I'm just talking like the music presentation with Imagine Dragons near the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
I
I haven't really seen anything up with with the new Zelda U, but I do know that a meme surfaced that with Miyamoto and Aonuma looking at the TV screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aonuma. Which
I-
is pretty funny. I would actually probably watch them do Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. That would be really. That would be really.
I'm still waiting for Reggie to start doing Let's Plays.
Okay, my
Please.
body is ready to play Luigi's Mansion or something. I don't know.
My body is ready. My body is ready, and I'm gonna play Dark Souls.
What?
What? I died already?
No, I actually don't, because Dark Souls is a giant waste of time and it's a terrible game.
I swear in Dark
my-
Souls you die in the first scene.
My friend told in high school. He always told me about Dark Souls. I'm not really interested in it, to be honest.
Having played it, don't. It is a complete waste of time. It is not like actual difficulty, wherein the game is designed to, like, it is kind of designed to give the enemies an advantage and makes it difficult, but it also is designed to completely screw over the player.
Yeah, that's honestly how I see it, because from what I've been shown, it's just a bunch of cheap level design.
Yeah, like, enemy patterns are simple and they have pretty defined paths, but your attacks are so damn slow, and even more so, enemies attack really fast.
Okay, that's just
Like, you look at something like the tower gargoyles or whatever, and I can understand kind of why those things are fast, but at the same time it completely screws you over because it takes a full 3 seconds for you to swing any weapon.
wow. Okay,
Even
I'm
more
done.
so if you're using something like a hammer or an axe.
I can't stand a delay that long. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I will
Not
say
even-
that I do like that. Also, you can't pause the game
What?
at all.
Really?
Really? You can't.
Why?
Yeah.
You can't pause the
Like,
game.
the only way that I know of that you can technically pause the game is at bonfires.
Oh, that's stupid. It's just like, okay, I'm just gonna have dinner now, and you just go back and you're dead.
Well, I've got a theory of how you may be able to pause the game. Given you are using either the Xbox or PlayStation version, you could use their home buttons.
Nope, that doesn't pause it either.
No, that doesn't pause the game. That just makes you go to the menu.
With some games it pauses them, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work with Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Well, in Fallout, I found the method where if you go into your Pip-Boy, pause the game, and then go into the menu, there is no chance of, even if someone steals your controller and runs away with it, you are not getting taken out of the pause menu. The only feasible
Yeah,
way
Dark
that could
yeah,
happen.
Dark Souls is pretty bad. And then Dark Souls 2 is no better.
Well, that pretty much justified why I don't need to play the game now.
Yep.
Yay.
And the From Software also showed more stuff of their new game, Bloodborne. It's Dark Souls. It's the same damn game.
Pretty much. It pretty much just looks like Dark Souls with a different name.
Like, when I was just hearing of Bloodborne, I thought that sounds really cool. Then I saw that From Software was developing when they unveiled that From Software was developing it at the Game Awards. I was like, oh well, I can stop giving a shit about this now.
The concept of the Dark Souls series is really interesting. It's just the execution seems off.
Yeah, from what I've seen, Demon Souls is a bit less complete bullshit. Like, the enemies still attack faster than you do, but you attack fairly quickly.
I hope
Like, like there's a you have a quicker swing, but it's still fairly slow, but understandably slow.
I honestly hope my friend isn't watching this video, otherwise he's probably just gonna start raging at me.
Does your friend like Dark Souls?
A lot, actually, so...
I will give them credit, though. I like that you can pick up your items and your souls and stuff from where you died if you can make it back there.
Wasn't there something similar to that in Shovel Knight, where when you die and you go, if you can make it back there without dying again, you can get back your treasure.
Yeah, and I think that's also a really good way of, if platformers want to remove the life system, that is a really good way of still punishing the player.
Right.
If the game just sets you back a certain amount for dying, I don't feel like I need to get any better at the game. I just need to figure out how to overcome this obstacle at this point and then go back to playing like I usually do.
Yeah.
In something like Shovel Knight, where I lose my money for dying over and over and over again, I feel I need to get better so I can keep all that money and upgrade my stuff.
That's why I feel like Rayman, the modern Rayman games like Origins and Legends got rid of the whole life system entirely. Like, it basically makes it so, okay, when you enter a room, that pretty much activates a checkpoint, and you don't even need the life system in those games, or in generally most games in general nowadays. And
One of my prime examples is Limbo. Everybody talks about how you'll die so much in that game, and yeah, you will, but there's no actual punishment. You're set back a few feet, whoop-de-friggin' do.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's no life system.
I think it's better for a game not to have a life system, because there's just, in this day and age, there's no point in it. Unless you can find...
Yeah, I still justify the life system by saying getting game overs is still the game's way of punishing you.
True.
You want to get better so that you don't die over and over and over again, and thus lose.
Well, if there's a way for the developers to make the life system punishing, then go ahead. But if there's no point in it, then just don't bother.
Yeah, like if you remove the life system with something like losing items when you die, fine. But if you just remove the life system entirely and still set a player back to a checkpoint, why should I get any better overall? I just need to overcome this obstacle and then going back to completely sucking.
Pretty much. But Zelda U, thoughts?
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm still excited.
I was already sold on the game, but after seeing that footage, day one purchase from me.
I like that ninja shit that Link can pull.
I love that.
When he like jumps off the horse and
Yeah, it's more like from what I've heard from multiple sources, Link in this game is more of an archer than a swordsman.
yeah. I wonder how this Link would factor into game theories, which Link rules them all video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
I still want to say the whole Link is dead theory is just complete crap, because it makes no sense in terms of the timeline.
Yeah.
Because his
Yeah, because Wind Waker only happens if the hero dies in Ocarina of Time, right?
yeah.
Majora's Mask can only happen if the hero lives.
Actually, no. I think Wind Waker happens in the adult timeline. The bad ending is Link to the Past, I believe. But yeah.
Let me actually check. How the story.
Alright.
Wait, so you're saying if the hero doesn't die, he goes down a route where he dies?
Well, eventually.
He got stuck in the water temple, and no one heard from him again.
Which
Okay, let's see. When it comes to Ocarina of Time, if the hero dies, we go to Link to the Past, Oracle's Link's Awakening, and the first two Zelda games. If he succeeds, we then branch into two different timelines, wherein in the child era we go to Majora's Mask, which leads into Twilight Princess, and then in the adult era we lead to Wind Waker. Either way, if he dies, you don't make it to Majora's Mask.
Right. And also, if it doesn't make sense in the context of Majora's Mask, because if he did die when he fell down that pit, like at the start of the game, what happened to Majora's Mask? And it just doesn't add up, because like all the characters they're similar to the guys back in Hyrule, but they all have their different personas, I guess you could say. And you
Yeah.
can't think of all of that in your mind, and plus, everything in Termina is, in terms of like design wise, is completely different to Hyrule. So, and all,
Yeah,
and
but
all- yeah.
in the end, it is just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching, blah blah blah.
And
But theories can be disproven by many things.
yeah, and another thing, you know the hidden skills in Twilight Princess?
No, because I played 40 minutes of Twilight Princess.
Well, there's this Stalfos kind of guy that teaches you different.
Oh yeah,
So-
the hero's shade.
Yeah, the hero shade. That's confirmed to be the hero of time, but if that was him after dying through that pit, then it wouldn't make sense because he's in an adult form with the hero of shade, and yeah, it doesn't add up. And plus, Twilight Princess Link is meant to be a descendant of the hero of time, which means the Majora's Mask
The
Link.
hero of time had to have lived long enough to have a kid.
Pretty much. So it just doesn't make sense. That fairy just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but it's still interesting to hear because
Yeah.
theories are cool.
Fairies are. It was interesting to watch, but there were a lot of holes in it.
But what about the healing house in Zelda 2?
Oh,
Hence, therefore, he
That's
couldn't win.
That's a completely different timeline, though. Zelda
Zelda
2 only happens if the hero dies in Ocarina of Time.
But the hero died, so how can it have happened?
Well, technically, all the timelines can happen if you put in the multiverse fairy in this whole thing.
Yeah, but this
Yeah.
thing revolves around the multiverse theory. But even still, the multiverse theory doesn't make any sense, because if the hero dies, how can the hero be somewhere else?
Well, that's the whole plot point at the end of Skyward Sword. It's just like every generation there'll be a Link and Zelda and like a incarnation of Demise's hatred.
No, for that to be
Yeah.
a constant incarnation of Link and Zelda, seeing as Zelda would be from a royal family line, and Link would be from a royal family line, would that technically result in a lot of incest?
More or less, but
I think.
that's not important.
So
Okay, I know this is a fantasy universe, but I think we should address the elephant in the room.
I actually.
It's like how there's always going to be a Dalai Lama.
It's funny you mention that, Jerry, because I think someone actually brought up the point where Link and Zelda can possibly never be together because of that fact, which is kind of interesting.
The thing with the different heroes, not all of them are directly descended from the last one. They're just different incarnations.
Yeah, pretty much.
The only ones that have actually been confirmed to be related to another is the hero of Twilight related to the hero of Time.
Pretty much.
What's the one with the light world and the dark world?
That's Link to the Past. That happens if the hero in Ocarina of Time dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't the previous hero technically Link's father?
Hmm.
Or was it his uncle? Because in the first scene, it's like, I'm going out with someone. Now I
The guy, if we're talking about the guy that dies immediately in Link to the Past, that's his uncle.
Yeah. But yeah, the
Link died, and then his kid Link.
Yeah, because the link in A Link to the Past is supposed to be the last descendant before everything goes to
Well,
crap.
even then he's not related to the hero, to any of the heroes. He's just a different incarnation of him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, what?
The only one we know of that is related to any of the other heroes is the hero of Twilight, being a descendant of the hero of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's non-related people that are just
There.
another hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of links and whatnot, some people like to say that maybe Zelda U might be a continuation to Skyward Sword in the sense that the land hasn't been established yet.
Please let it be better than Skyward Sword.
Well, in terms of the quality is a different subject entirely, but yeah.
I know. I just really hope that it's better than Skyward Sword because.
Yeah, well, the motion controls were like the main hurdle you had to jump through, really.
And it was really hard to jump through them.
It's basically luck, I guess. I had some issues with the motion controls, but for the most part it worked fine. I guess you kind of just have to be lucky because you never really know with the Wii Motion Plus if it's gonna actually work or just screw you over.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But from what we've seen of Zelda U, it looks like the motion controls are not as intrusive.
I don't think they're really putting in motion controls because you have the gamepad now.
I don't doubt that there are probably a few, but not quite as much as, say, the Skyward Sword.
One thing I'm kind of worried about is that, yeah, I like that it's a big world, but please don't make it empty.
I don't think they will. Nintendo is usually pretty good at keeping worlds
Yeah,
with stuff in them.
hopefully.
Except for Skyward Sword, wherein the only thing that really had anything going on was Skyloft.
I just hope it doesn't become a Twilight Princess, a Hyrule Field where it's just like a long stretch of road with like barely anything.
Yeah, I think they'll probably put stuff in there, whether it just be enemies or side quests.
Yeah, just make it like
Because like I can excuse the vast amount of absolutely nothing that was in Hyrule Field in Ocarina of Time because N64 technical limitations.
yeah, but even then in Termina Field in Majora's Mask there was a lot to do. Like
Yeah, but Majora's Mask was all 2 years later, and they knew how to take better advantage of the N64's hardware.
that is true. I kind of want something like that, maybe not to the same scale, because in Termina Field there was literally something to do almost around every corner. I don't want it to be like that because that'll be freaking ridiculous. But make sure there's definitely things to do.
Yeah.
Because everything else seems fine, to be honest.
I really like the art style. I actually,
Yeah.
Before E3 happened, we did a podcast over at Nintendo Alliance on what we wanted to see, and since we hadn't seen any footage of Zelda U at that point, we were trying, and they had said that it was going to be a different art style. We were trying to speculate on what the art style could be, or what we'd want the art style to be. I brought up the idea. Not that Zelda U would have this, but I would just like to see a game with this art style. I brought up that a game should have a claymation kind of art style, because the only game that I could think of at the time that did that was Skull Monkeys. And then Kirby and the Rainbow Curse happened.
Yeah, Wait, do you want to say something, Joey?
Not really.
Oh, I thought you said. Never mind.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but I completely forgot what I was saying.
Speaking of Rainbow Curse, I think I've said this in another video somewhere else. I think I kind of want to play Canvas Curse first.
I thought you were going to segue into one of our later topics.
No. We're not done with Zelda, I think. Because, how do you guys feel about Epona having kind of a mind of her own?
I don't mind it as long as it doesn't end up irritating me in the actual game. I won't care.
Yeah, I do like that. While she moves around through the trees, you can actually focus on other things. So that's nice.
Yeah.
No, the one thing I would hate is if whenever you go to a dungeon and get off for Epona, she says screw this and runs off.
Well, she never does that well, she doesn't do that in any of the other games, so I don't think that should be an issue here. Because
yeah, but now she's got a mind of her own, quotations.
Well, plus even if she does, there are multiple horses around Hyrule that you can apparently ride. So
oh, that's cool. I wonder if you'll. I wonder if you'll get Epona's...
Plus, if you can call Epona in any similar way to like Ocarina of Time, then it shouldn't be that big of an issue.
I wonder when you'll get Epona though, because you don't see the hero's clothes in the footage, so I'm assuming it's early in the game.
Yeah, I imagine fairly early.
Yeah.
Because if Zelda U is a massive game, they'd want to be able to get you around the world as quickly as possible, as soon as possible.
I think they should give you a warping song, like, fairly early compared to, like, other games, because in other games you usually have to go through, like, half the game before you get something like that.
Yeah, I think that depending on how early plot important buildings and structures are introduced, they'd probably do that.
Yeah, because
again, Nintendo usually knows that knows how easy it is for somebody to get bored traveling an overworld.
I think it should be something similar to Majora's Mask, because you have those little owl statues, and whenever you hit one with your sword, it activates a warp point. So that could be a way to do it.
Speaking of Majora's Mask 3D.
I love it. I love how.
I think in just a few months. Now that I think about it.
Huh? Yeah. I love how at the end of the whole thing they were just like, oh, we're releasing Star Fox before Zelda, and everyone went crazy. And
yeah, pretty much.
And they were just like, oh, but before that, we're gonna release Majora's Mask.
Yeah, I'm checking Wikipedia right now to see when it releases.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to get Majora's Mask.
It just says quarter one 2015, but I think they said it was going to be in February.
I think, from what I've seen or heard, so far the first part of 2015 will have Kirby, Yoshi, Splatoon, and Majora's Mask, and maybe a couple of others.
That's Splatoon I'm super hyped for.
Yeah, Splatoon looks really good.
Yeah, Splatoon looks fun.
Moral of the story, Nintendo's just gonna destroy all our wallets next year.
Yeah,
well, they've done that this year too.
Yeah, Nintendo, destroyer of wallets everywhere since 1889.
And
Nintendo will destroy your wallets with badass gaming, whereas later on in the year, Steam will just have their summer sale, and it's going to be like, but I don't have any money from Nintendo.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Left to throw
right
away.
now, definitely this year and next year, Steam and Nintendo are going to be the biggest threats to our wallets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I'm still paying back my soul from the last time I went into the Steam sales.
Well,
Soul.
what's worse for our wallets is that almost every month next year we'll have a new game. So
Yeah.
oh, have fun.
It's all just a matter of which ones are actually going to be worth playing.
Yeah. Well, most of them I actually want to get. So.
Well, yeah, the Nintendo ones definitely, but everything else is the question.
Everything else, yeah.
Let's see. I actually have a 2015 release schedule image. Hold on. All right. First thing coming out for 2015 is Splatoon.
Ah, nice.
Then Yoshi's Woolly World.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, for UK, the first thing that comes out in 2015 is Treasure Tracker, because we don't get that until like January 3rd.
Oh yeah, meanwhile we already have it.
Yeah. I'm
gonna check real quick. And I'm gonna point out when it comes out. Let's see.
I actually really want Treasure Tracker now. It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's apparently really good.
I tried the demo. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, January 2nd, 2015 for you guys in Europe.
Ah, okay. I was one day off.
And those in Australia get it the next day.
Yeah.
Let's see. After Yoshi's Woolly World is Mario Maker, which is apparently still a working title. Then Project Giant Robot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Then Kirby and the Rainbow Curse.
Yep.
Then Project Guard, which is that tower defense robot thing that we saw.
If it's anything like Bloons Tower Defense, then maybe I'll give it a shot.
I'll probably play it. I'm usually not too big on tower defense games, but that one in particular looked really good. I'm also interested in Codename Steen, if only because the premise is so ludicrously amazing.
I haven't.
Abraham Lincoln commands an army of soldiers in cyborg suits to fight aliens.
You can't top that.
I don't.
Yes,
You can't top
It's
that!
America software.
I don't really know what to expect from Project Guard because I saw a bit of it, but I didn't see a lot of how it works. But
You basically switch around. You're basically switching around cameras to like shoot robots and stop them.
Yeah.
Well,
Destroying
what about
base or whatever.
what about Project Robot? Because I didn't really get that at all.
It looked like Rock'em
I honestly-
Sock'em Robots.
It's been long enough that I just can't remember, but I think it'll probably be good.
I think
After
it looked
Project
like
Guard.
To me, it looked like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah. After Project Guard, we've got Star Fox,
Yes.
then Xenoblade Chronicles X,
Yeah.
finally
Wait,
Zelda.
there's a new Star Fox game coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it in the Zelda footage.
They're like, by the way, guys.
Star Fox.
By the way, this is happening, but we're not showing you anything.
Well, they did show it at the end of E3 in the showing. Like it was a very stealthy reveal. They didn't flat out say, "Oh, also Star Fox." It was pretty much Miyamoto in a room playing with, just moving around the gamepad, and you can vaguely see Star Fox in the background.
Foxes in space.
And then that's all I can find.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a pretty good lineup so far.
Yeah. Although out of all of those, I'm probably looking the most forward to Splatoon and Yoshi's Woolly World, especially Yoshi's Woolly World.
Okay, so
Because Kirby's Epic Yarn is one of my absolute favorite Kirby games. So
For me, it's kind of cheating to say Majora's Mask because that's not technically an original game. So I guess for me it'll be Yoshi's Woolly World and Zelda U.
I'm actually gonna see when Yoshi's Woolly World comes out. Give me a second.
Okay.
Also, Yoshi's full name is T. Yoshisaur Munchakoopas, or Munchakoops, something like that,
Seriously? Wow.
along those lines. It just says early 2015, but I think it's like March.
guys, I've
Which,
got-
by the way,
I've got a prediction for
shameless self-promotion. I wrote an article about Yoshi's Woolly World over on the Nintendo Alliance website. So,
Okay.
Guys, I've got a theory for the end of 2020.
What?
Okay, what's going to happen is Tesco, Steam, and Nintendo are going to be the three world powers.
well, here's the thing. Here's one thing that's definitely going to happen in 2020. The AVGN will finally review Raid 2020.
Yep. That'll finally happen.
Also, apparently Yoshi's Woolly World supports Amiibo.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I wonder what they'll do with that.
Wait, who remembers that AVGN episode, the Christmas one, where he's reviewing Nintendo Wii games in his old age?
That was
I
the
know that
Christmas
one.
Carol one. Christmas Carol.
Wasn't that like 2009 or something?
I think so.
Around that time, yeah.
I kind of just watched the James and Mike play videos to see them just play more modern games.
And even then, they play a lot of older games. So
True, but there's the odd few.
although one thing that I got from watching the Nintendo Land video, holy shit, Metroid Blast is boring.
What else is there to talk about Zelda U? I think we covered pretty much everything.
Yeah, there wasn't much they even showed.
Yeah. So what's the next topic,
It's a good question.
Joey?
I think Joey's dead.
Probably.
In that case, how about I bring up something that we were given information of fairly recently. I'm pretty sure that a lot of us know about the second Sonic and Mega Man crossover happening next year.
Oh yeah. Oh, the
I
Sonic
remember
Boom
seeing-
and Mega Man X like thing.
Yep. Now that's happening. 4 comics, technically 3, but 4 universes coming together. This is going to be a clusterfuck.
I want to see how the main Sonic canon reacts to the Sonic Boom counterparts.
I would like to see that.
Yeah,
I can tell you, they're definitely going to make a joke about Knuckles in his design.
definitely.
And it's going to be forced, and it's going to be stupid.
Yeah, I just know they're gonna make a joke about Knuckles, about Boom Knuckles.
Speaking of which, actually, Sega's official Facebook page has been recently really showing off these character biographies, and for Knuckles, for dislikes, it says leg day.
So that's why he doesn't do Lake Day.
Yeah, that's happening. And I think it's still probably going to be good. I'm worried that it's going to be clustered. Or cluttered. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
Though at the very least, it'll be enjoyable because all 3 books that are coming together, I like them. I like.
Oh, you're back.
I
I
like the Sonic.
didn't even realize you went.
I said BRB.
Probably missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum called me away for reasons, and then.
Okay. What was the topic after the Game Awards?
PlayStation experience. How
Yeah.
balls that
Oh yeah, we
was.
talked about PlayStation experience.
I know I didn't see it. Well, there wasn't any crash.
Nothing was interesting. Also, they teased fans of Crash at the very beginning. They showed 2 PlayStation games. I can't remember what both of them were. Like, I remember that one of them was Crash, and the other I can't remember what the other one was. But like, there's the box that says Crash Bandicoot, and then they did not show any Crash or Spyro, actually.
What the hell? You can't do that.
No.
Since when did Sony give a shit?
Okay.
That's like Conquer and Project Spark bad.
Maybe
They're
even
like,
maybe
by the way, Crash Bandicoot box, but we're not actually gonna say it.
maybe even worse than Project Spark, because at least with Conquer you're actually putting him in a game.
No, I'd say it's better because they didn't draw attention to the Crash thing. It was just kind of a little detail.
I guess.
They didn't like point at it and be like, guys, and then not do anything about it. They were just like detail.
Mm.
But mostly, PlayStation experience was bad. I tweeted about it multiple times. I didn't have much to say about the Game Awards on Twitter, but I really went all out with the PlayStation experience, especially with Uncharted. When it's an Uncharted game. Whoop-de-friggin' do!
I love how Naughty Dog was just like, oh guys, yeah, we're continuing Uncharted, but it's gonna blow your minds. I looked at the footage, it looked exactly...
Falls through the floor.
It looked exactly like the previous games.
I mean, it looks better, like, visually, but it just looks like Uncharted again.
Pretty much.
I'll probably play it, but really...
Mm.
Yeah.
Didn't Uncharted have a decent story?
Story does not equal
Yes,
a good
but
game.
Yeah, they are not very good games. I actually have a Christmas video planned
The story...
that is just me talking about how much I don't like Uncharted, so...
Oh, well, last
Yeah,
year...
as long as you have a...
last-
Sorry, you go first.
Okay, but last year I made like an end of year video on the very last day of the year. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that again, just because of how long that took to make. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna try to do year-end videos every year, but it'll be different every one. Like last year I just reviewed Super Metroid, and I was like, that's my last video this year. But this year I actually plan on doing something, giving all the Uncharted fans that watch my videos a present, talking about how much I like the games.
I'm actually planning on doing an end of the year Q&A.
I would do that if I actually had an audience.
Yeah, because
I have enough of an audience that I can justify this.
Yeah, I mean, like I recently broke 900 subscribers, so
Like My
I'm pretty
last
sure
comic
there are some
review.
people expecting new content, so I've.
My
So
last
I'm
comic
gonna do it
review got
today.
53 views. Damn it! I have enough of an audience.
Uh, if I did a try doing a Q&A now, I'd be lucky to get 3 questions.
I'd probably just do like random questions from Ask.fm. I'd just call it the Ask.fm random answer extravaganza. Do all kinds of sarcastic
There you
shit
go.
answers.
Yeah, there you go.
That's something.
Like I remember one of my answers about a year ago. Somebody was like, "What's something you wish you hadn't done?" or something like that, and I said, "Reading this question."
Oh.
And another one was like, "How many parties do you go to a year?" I'm like, "You're talking to a guy who reviews video games all the time and pretty much does nothing but that. Do you think I go to parties?"
Snappy,
Also,
yes.
to go to a party implies you were invited to said party.
Yeah.
Or you can just go into a random house while they're having a party and just be like, "Yo guys, what's up?"
And then
Then
Party.
get kicked out.
Fuck it.
And then you just get kicked out.
And then the next day you would see a drawbridge being installed with Gatling cannons.
Sharks in the moat. Be like Amos Moses, left arm gone, clean up to the elbow.
And an escape pod built into the new tower. Filled with more guns.
But Joey, what were the other topics? Cause you had
Let me get the thing that I wrote. Pokemon and Equestria Girls.
Oh yeah. Since you mentioned Pokemon, that reminds me. Do you guys know that there's like a, do you guys know about Pokken Tournament Fighter or whatever that game was?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that fighting game. That looks interesting.
I like Tekken and I like Pokemon, so.
I
So it's basically Tekken with a Pokemon skin.
if
Basically.
I believe all they've shown off are fighter Pokemon. I wonder if
Yeah,
the
but they said that it won't be limited to fighting types.
Oh, okay. So I wonder who would actually fit for the game.
Pikachu's out.
Pretty much any I think probably any Pokemon that could be a physically believable fighter, which is like all of them except for maybe Drifloon, any ghost Pokemon.
What about Gengar?
Yeah.
What about what?
Gengar.
Ah,
I
maybe.
think Gengar might be able to, but again, he's a ghost Pokemon, so the only reason I think that ghost Pokemon probably wouldn't be eligible is they're ghosts.
Yeah, and fighting types moves don't work on
I
ghost
can
types.
kind of see Poliwrath being a character.
Poliwrath, definitely.
Yeah.
Basically, if you play any of the console Pokemon games like Pokemon XD and you can see the Pokemon like physically attack, I think they'd probably be eligible.
I've played the Pokemon Stadium games, so
I didn't. I played XD Gale of Darkness, which is basically the same thing but way better.
I would think that due to the Pokemon thing, it would have about a roster of maybe 500.
well in the
The-
No, that would be way
Like
too
that
big.
would definitely be a probably biggest roster for a fighter ever, because I think the biggest roster I know of, there might be one that's bigger. This is just the one that I know of.
Actually, I've got a way to narrow down that to like 250.
I don't even think it will be
Only
that.
have one evolution of
I would say narrow it down to 50.
Yeah.
Here's what you do: you only have one evolution of.
Well, you could probably do at least 100 because Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 did it, and nobody complained there.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was
Like there's over 100 total fighters in that game, and everybody loved that.
I'm surprised the game isn't a Wii U game because from what we know, it's just Japan exclusive for the arcades. Yeah.
I don't doubt that it'll get a Wii U port soon enough.
Same.
Yeah, because it looks like a Wii U game.
I think it's probably just going to be Japan exclusive in the arcades for a while, like a year or so.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and then it's gonna get ported.
Hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for. What date? What was the... Have they specified a date when it's going to be released in the arcades?
I don't know.
Not to my
Hmm.
To the Googles. Give me a second. Okay, Pokken Tournament. It comes out next year, and also apparently it does come out. It will be coming out on the Wii U.
Ah.
It's just a matter. It's just a matter of when.
Ah. Okay.
It is planned for release in Japanese arcades in 2015, with international release plans and console ports
Mm.
yet to be announced, but they are apparently underway in terms of plans.
The first time I saw like a little sneak peek of it, I instantly just thought, wait, is this Pokemon Stadium 3 or something?
Nope. It's Tekken with Pokemon.
Technically, we already got Pokemon Stadium 3, but
Well, I don't know, Pokemon Stadium U or something along those
well,
lines.
I only say that because our Pokemon Stadium 2 is Pokemon Stadium 3, kind of.
Hmm. Yeah, that is a good point actually.
Plus, you could also say you could probably consider Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness as Pokemon Stadium games.
Yeah. Although they're more like actual Pokemon games, whereas
They're more like good. The problem with Stadium is that if you don't have original like cartridges, you're screwed. You cannot have a decently enjoyable game there.
Well, I don't have the original Pokemon game, so I had to stick with rentals.
Yeah, I like the what I played of Stadium is just really boring if you don't have original cartridges, which is why I like Gale of Darkness so much.
Yeah.
Also, according to this Wikipedia article I'm reading, you'll be able to do Mega Evolutions in Pokken Tournament.
Ah. Like that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Although the only characters they've announced, only 2 out of the 3 characters they've announced so far can Mega Evolve.
Yeah, I think Lucario is one of them.
The 3 that have been confirmed are Lucario, Machamp, and Blaziken.
So who? Okay, so who? Speaking of Pokemon, who's played Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby?
Wow.
I have.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think you should start rambling a bit, I guess, Joey, because I believe you're the only one out of us who's actually played it.
Well, I
played
believe
Alpha
I'm
Sapphire.
halfway through.
Oh, have you?
I haven't. I have the GBA Pokemon Ruby, so I guess that counts.
Yes, you're eligible, seeing as they are faithful recreations, except with Mega Evolutions.
And also Delta Episode.
I've played Emerald like halfway, so I guess that counts.
The thing is, there are some strange things that are happening, and it's like the story's been edited.
It's the same basic concept though.
It's the same story.
But what were your general?
It's literally the same game, just different.
Well, what are your general thoughts on the remake though? Because I'm curious.
I think that they're very good, although when you get your first legendary, it's far too early in the game, and then you just become overpowered.
Well, you could always just not use it, which most people do. But I thought that I played Alpha Sapphire. I'm gonna play Omega Ruby eventually, but
You get Latias way too fast.
yeah, but Latias is not exactly an overpowered legendary.
It's still a legendary.
Yeah, but when you get it, it's fairly low level to the point when it's not. You don't completely sweep everything.
Yeah, but
An
it's
example,
such a low
and a better
level.
example of that
Like
being,
the standard level of
and this is.
twice the power.
And this is literally just me because I decided to do this. When I got finally to the Elite Four, I just decided screw it and wanted to completely wipe the Elite Four. So what I did was, now that, since I had all the gym badges and had gotten through Victory Road, I decided to transfer Pokemon from my copy of X and Y that were level 100, like my Weavile, which was a really fun idea. And I just completely destroyed the Elite Four. It was very fun.
And this is why you don't fight the Elite Four with level 100. It's just overkill.
I know. I figured that since I figured I'd played the rest of the game normally all the way through, I just wanted to overpower something at least once. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that sort of feeling some of the time.
Although, Wallace's gym with Sceptile was nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think I one-shotted like all of his Pokemon. It was hilarious. But yeah, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, very good games. If I didn't have so much nostalgia attached to the original Gen 3, they'd probably be my favorite Pokemon games, but there's too much nostalgia with original RSE, and those are still my favorite.
Hmm.
Still good.
Yeah.
So that's all for
And
that.
also, the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire theme for 3DS.
I haven't seen that.
Go onto the theme shop, it's great. I
I'll
have
do
it.
that now, as soon as I can.
I actually, like the second I saw that, I was like, Sonic Boom theme, you have served me well. Because I got the Sonic Boom theme because it was free and also it was really cool. And I decided I'll probably have this just until another really good theme comes along, and I thought it'll probably be a while. Like 2 weeks later, that happens, and I was like, well then.
It appears we've parted ways.
Yep.
Go forth and travel your own path.
I,
Craft your own story.
I still need to
And find your true origins. Yes, I'm still going on.
I still need to complete Pokemon X because Smash pretty much destroyed all of my free time.
I can see why.
I actually went back to X and Y after my playthrough of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. They're really bare bones.
Hmm. Well,
And even like the main game for X and Y is fairly good, but the post game is completely
Yeah, the end
worthless.
game sucks.
uh,
There is nothing.
Like the meta game is fine, but the post game is complete garbage.
so it's basically Mario Sunshine then, in that respect.
The pre-game is just like, this game's going to be amazing.
Although there is still the initial wow factor of the main Pokemon game on a handheld is in 3D that stuck with Alpha Sapphire. But although they have not fixed the 3D effect in the battles of it completely screwing the frame rate.
I never used that, so I don't really care. But
It looks cool, but the frame rate just stops.
yeah, probably won't be an issue for the new 3DS.
Yeah. Anyway, what else we got to talk about?
Was it?
Equestria Girls.
Yeah, question goes. One dude asked someone like, what happened to this guy after Rainbow Rocks? He disappeared, and he replied with, "I've disappeared. I've been busy working on #3." That's all he put, which has me to believe that they're making a third film.
Or he's on the development team for Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
No, he's actually working on Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Or maybe he's making.
Which, by the way, I still need to watch Rainbow Rocks. I have the file on my computer. I'm just lazy and haven't done
It's
it.
Rainbow Rocks is pretty good.
It's a huge improvement over the original.
I just need to find the time to do it.
Mhm.
Probably this weekend, maybe.
Hmm.
Also, shit, I just realized Christmas break starts this week.
For me, it starts next week.
For me, it starts in a couple of days.
Technically, on my school's calendar, Christmas break doesn't start until the 22nd, but that's Monday, so...
My Christmas break doesn't start till doesn't start for another 2 days because after I'm done my final exam on Thursday, I'm pretty much free as a bird.
Yeah. I think
I'm
that's
actually currently behind a few lessons because thanks to my life management skills teacher, there's basically an inaccessible wall in between me and the 4 lessons that I'm behind on. There's a particular portfolio that I am supposed to send in, but every time I try to send it to her through an email, it never gets there. And I can't submit it through the lesson because she's technically marked it as complete, and that stops me from progressing. And if I don't get those done over Christmas break, I'm expelled.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, sorry guys, I completely forgot about something.
What's that?
I tilt Jaffa cakes. That's in my answer TV.
Oh, alright.
Oh God.
But
If you got no way of getting them to you at any time soon, use Alcorn shipping. It's whimsically magical.
Now, when you say shipping,
yes, yes, it's
Not that shipping.
Well, you never know.
but it's kind of hard to talk about possible Equestria Girls 3 plots because we might go in Rainbow Rock spoiler territory, which I don't really want to do.
The thing is, what haven't they done?
No,
I doubt they've done time travel.
no.
Well, they've already ripped off Stargate with the dimensional mirror.
You see, at the whole
But that could be attributed to literally anything.
that's the
There's-
that's the thing though. You had the extra scene at the end of the credits, which I don't want to bring up because Chase hasn't seen the film, which would destroy the whole point of it.
It's the purpose of it is just for a sequel hook. That's all I'm saying.
Pretty much.
Oh, it's just like the foreshadowing at the end of the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
fun fact about that, when Wes Craven had the original script going for that wasn't part of the movie. They added it in later because the producers wanted to be like, oh well, we could set up for a possible sequel
But
if the movie does well enough.
But it was something that was hinted at during the first Equestria Girls, which I'm glad they actually gave us a legit answer to it.
Yeah.
I'm being vague on purpose right now.
Yeah, because I was gonna bring something up that they brought in the first movie, which does show up in the post credits scene in the second movie.
Yeah, that's all I really want to say because, well, if I say anything past that, Chase will probably kill me.
Through the internet.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got an idea that Equestria Girls 3 could have for its plot.
Okay,
Without
if you
destroying-
okay, is it gonna have any spoilers for Rainbow Rocks?
No, it's not gonna have any spoilers.
Okay, good.
Seeing as you guys have already mentioned the post-credits thing about the Twilight in the...
Great, you ruined it.
What? I said one of the characters' names in a place that wasn't specified.
You spoiled it.
Well, no, see, the good thing is that I was barely paying attention.
Okay, fine.
I only snapped out of spacing out when I heard you guys shouting.
Okay.
Because I'm currently writing this email to my management skills teacher, being like, "Hey, can't access these lessons."
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, that's
Okay,
good.
so I didn't spoil anything by saying Twilight.
You know what? Sure, why not?
Okay, well, what are you gonna say, Jury?
Well, I can't say it because you're saying it's spoilers now.
No, it's just the, wait, was it gonna connect to the, credits of at the end of the second film?
End of the second film's after the credits thing, yeah.
Well then, yeah, it won't work.
Okay, so that's spoilers.
If you can find a way to do it without doing spoilers.
Okay. So, from fan speculation after the first film, it's safe to assume that there may be a Twilight in the real world. Well, in the Equestria Girls world. So, that Twilight finds the mirror and goes to Equestria, as Princess Twilight is going to the Equestria Girls universe, and then massive what the hell goes on.
Oh, so basically be like a Prince and the Pauper plot.
I don't know what that is.
It's a story about when I think it's just a common guy and a prince. They swap lives because the guy wants to see what it's like to live like a prince. The prince wants to see what it's like to be just a regular guy, and they look identical. So
Yeah.
if you ever saw Garfield, if you ever saw Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties, it's that.
Yeah, basically.
Except this is entirely accidental.
Yeah.
And through snooping.
They've done that before too. So I've seen a couple of stories. Like I recall specifically, there is actually an episode of Johnny Test like that.
Oh yeah, I know that episode.
Isn't that the episode where Johnny shrinks himself into another universe?
No.
No.
Well,
That's one when he looks exactly like a princess or something. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that episode.
It's
saw
weird.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out that there is right now a TV show that is basically about a cross-dressing superhero.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about that.
Which
is it Marvel?
Marvel.
no,
yeah.
it's something airing on the Hub, or at least what used to be the Hub.
Oh, Discovery Family now.
Yeah.
Well, it was Discovery Family, then it got bought out by Hasbro and called the Hub, and then they sold it back.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
So basically, we've come full circle.
basically.
And then it'll get bought out by Hasbro again.
Yeah, I don't care what they call it.
Wait,
I'm always
it's
going to call it
making
the
money
Hub.
again.
I'm always going to call it the Hub.
Well, the thing is, though, I think that they sold it off because the only thing that was making money was My Little Pony. So.
Transformers Prime, apparently Transformers Prime was doing fairly well when that was airing, and then they made the brilliant idea to cancel that.
Wow.
Why?
Because they don't
At
like.
least I think they did. Either way, they ended the show, which was.
So apparently they don't like money.
I felt the same way about Riot Games. I actually said the exact same thing about Riot Games when I attempted to play League of Legends. Either I just had really bad luck, or they have just intentionally set this up. I couldn't access the store until I had finished the tutorials, and apparently a lot of people had reported that, which makes me think that Riot intentionally put that in. I had planned on doing the exact same thing with League of Legends that I did with Smite, which was just buying a pack of all the different heroes. First off, they don't allow you to do that, but since you can't access the store until you do the tutorial, my thought was like, all right, Riot, I guess you don't want my money.
Yeah.
Because by the time I finished the tutorial, I realized I didn't like League of Legends.
And that's why I played League of Legends tutorial.
I've never played League of Legends. Is it good?
It's all right, but play Smite instead.
All right.
Smite's way better. And also alternatives that nobody else plays. If you don't like World of Warcraft, play WildStar, because that's way better.
Actually, from what my brother's saying, everything sucks. Because he was playing World of Warcraft and he said, yeah, this sucks, I'm going to play WildStar. And he started playing WildStar from day one, and now he's like, WildStar sucks, and went back to World of Warcraft. And then he's like, yeah, World of Warcraft sucks, I'm going to play EVE Online, which, by the way, I started playing EVE Online.
Well, your brother is the same person who played Sonic Advance, said it was a good game, then later he just said, this game sucks.
Yeah, pretty much. Although Sonic Advance was a pretty good game.
Sonic Advance 2, though.
I haven't played the.
I never played Sonic Advance 2.
I haven't even.
It sucks.
I haven't played Sonic Advance. Period. Like the trilogy in general.
1 and 3 are good.
My brother now wants
sucks.
me to go on EVE Online.
I like the little after image effect in the games though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, real quick, going back to the both PlayStation Experience and Game Awards, I like the stuff they showed off for No Man's Sky. I am still very excited for that game.
Yeah, it does look interesting.
Like, a lot of people have expressed
Yeah, No Man's
concern
Sky.
over the fact that they haven't A lot of people have expressed concern over the fact that there is like no combat that they've shown, that it's just exploring. Apparently there is combat, but honestly, even if there wasn't, I'd still play it.
Yeah, No Man's Sky looks interesting.
Yeah.
I like the idea of space exploration. I bought Rodina simply because that's the idea. There's little to no combat in that game, but oh my god, I just love the idea of exploring other planets.
Yeah.
Guys, I've just thought
It's one of the many reasons why I like sci-fi and stuff in the future than fantasy or history, because that's usually medieval settings and it's like been there, done that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, by having it take place in the future, that means anything could happen.
Guys,
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
got an amazing idea. If Sony released a game for £100 or regional equivalent, now I'm getting to a good point where it's all of PlayStation 2's best games that they can fit on a Blu-ray. So it's like all the full games except on a Blu-ray.
Maybe?
Unfortunately, that would mean that more people would be exposed to Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
But that was a good game!
No one. Jack 1 was alright, but the others...
I liked 2 and 3.
I did. I actually
still yet-
sold my copy. I actually sold my copy of the Jack and Daxter HD collection on 99 Gamers.
Dang.
Well, I found it on PSN for pretty cheap, so the trilogy.
Actually, to be fair, Jack and Daxter 1 hasn't aged well.
I've heard it's aged the best.
No, Jack 3's aged because it's still not sour.
I've heard really bad things about Jack 2.
They're all bad.
Yeah, Jack 2 you will hear bad things about.
Mm.
My keyboard has decided to stop working. I gotta fuck with things and try to get it back to normal.
I've heard some comparisons with Jack and Daxter, the original, being kind of like Banjo-Tooie, and from what I've seen, it looks nowhere near as good, I guess.
If it's anything like Banjo-Tooie, then I'm really afraid to play Banjo-Tooie.
Well, is I guess when people say that, it's more that both games have their worlds connected.
And by that logic, I should say that Sonic 06 is kind of like Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah. But I do like how Banjo-Tooie's world connects, whereas in Kazooie, it was just a bunch of different areas that made you warp to different worlds. Whereas in Tooie, it's all connected, where, okay, you do something in the world up in the sky, and that will affect something in another world.
Yeah.
It's just stuff like that makes it more interesting to play for me. That's my main reason why I prefer it over Kazooie, just because everything feels connected.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to think of other games that do that, and there is one that I know of, but I'm trying. Oh, Mega Man Zero does that. All of its environments are connected.
But have you ever had the issue in Kazooie where you had like 90 notes then died?
I can tell you the answer is no for me because I have not played the game.
It's a very good game. Play Banjo-Kazooie.
Well, you have to get a Nintendo 60. What? No, it's on Xbox Live. Never mind. But
Also, avoid nuts and bolts like the fucking plague.
even in the loading screens, it says, "Are you not having fun? Go buy Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox Live Arcade."
Yeah.
It's like they want you to. It's like they want you to hit it.
It's basically like, yeah, we're not sure if this game is gonna sell well, so yeah, go buy the original game.
I think even Rare knew that nuts and bolts was bad.
But Microsoft was all, no, make it anyway.
It gave me
Because-
such false promise because I saw the original trailer, like the teaser. I thought
Yeah, and it looks like the original It looks like Banjo-Kazooie.
it was like, oh yes, Banjo Free, Banjo Free.
Nope.
I looked at Nuts and Bolts gameplay. I was just like, what the hell is this?
This isn't Banjo 3.
Grunty lied. It's like literally.
Yeah, but then again, so did that fairy in Rayman 3 saying
Murphy.
"See you in Rayman 4."
Yeah, Murphy. Yeah, because at the end of Banjo Tooie, Grunty's just like, "I'll get you in Banjo Free" or something like that.
Yeah.
I think she said specifically Banjo 3E, just to make fun of the joke.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, since the sequel is called Banjo Tooie.
Yeah. If they make another Banjo game in 2060,000, please make it so Nuts and Bolts isn't canon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen now?
What?
First dialogue will be, "We're sorry you had to endure all that hell a couple years back.
A couple
We'll make
years
up
back.
like 10 free life lives or something like
Yeah,
that."
a couple years back, writers can't math.
No, writers can math but can't math.
Yeah. What the fuck is a Sonic?
But by the way, I am intentionally avoiding all Sonic Boom videos and most Sonic-related videos right now, simply because I know how they're all gonna go. For no reason.
It's a
Well, I
watch.
mean, at least
Yeah.
watch the cartoon. Because the cartoon's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know the cartoon's good. I'm talking about like stuff on the internet.
Oh,
Yeah, I see. But it's like all you're gonna see is just Sonic Boom sucks.
Even Retsupre right now is doing a series called Sonic 06 makes Sonic Boom look like Sonic 06, and I'm completely avoiding that
Wow.
because it's them talking over gameplay of Sonic 06, which everybody has already done 8 fucking million times.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm only doing an LP of it just because it's my first run of the game. And I don't really want to play it more than I have to, so...
Also, at this point, people really do need to let Sonic 06 go. It's been 8 years.
Yeah.
Just let it go, guys.
It's...
Frozen joke.
Yeah.
Insert oblivious Frozen joke here.
I was gonna say,
Let it go.
There it is.
I don't
There it is.
fuck anymore.
Which, by the way, that song was included in this year's YouTube Rewind.
I kind of figured.
oh wow.
Fuck it all. Fuck it all. I don't give a shit.
I brought
My
up...
sister got Just Dance 2015 for her birthday, and Let It Go is one of the songs. I'm like, of course,
Wow.
that song is in there.
Also, I saw a parody of Let It Go a few months ago called "It Is Cold," and it's fucking hilarious.
It is cold. It is cold. Shouldn't have thrown off them clothes.
It's funny because in my playthrough of the Melee event matches, I randomly brought up the the fact that people bring up Frozen songs so often now.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but okay.
Harry, don't you have something that you should be shamelessly plugging?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I've already gone through Tilt's Jaffa Cakes and Alcorn shipping. What was the other one? No, seriously, I've generally...
Oh, Daring Do books.
Oh, I completely forgot about Daring Do books.
I don't think Chase was there.
Well, aren't you glad that we're here to remind you to buy
There are actually Daring Do books.
and Tilt's Jaffa Cakes, and then you use Alcorn shipping to receive all of that.
I kind of want to get Jack in a call just to say Daring Do books and then just leave.
Yeah.
Just say.
That would just be his cameo for the video.
Also, there's a "Let It Go" fart parody, which
Wow.
it's just the same song with the occasional farts put in. It's a spectacle to behold.
I know what one guy sang "Let It Go." in a whole bunch of Disney character voices.
Wow.
And yeah, that one's as funny as you would expect it to be.
It is cold is really good. I saw it. I don't even think it was a parody of Let It Go, but it was like an Elsa and Hitler video.
Oh god. Okay, you know, I need to look it up.
Epic rap battle.
Hello.
But in other news, fucking, did you guys see that that Frozen censored video?
No.
Oh, I remember that.
I
I
didn't-
remember that video.
I think I've heard about that, but I haven't seen it.
It's
Oh, it's really good.
Unnecessary censorship.
Hmm.
Alright, I'm watching It Is Cold right now. Because why not?
What? Were there any other topics?
I don't know.
Not to my knowledge. Well, actually, I definitely don't know.
Joey, you had the list.
Amiibos?
Amiibo? What else is there to
Oh, yeah,
say?
Amiibo.
What else is there to...
Amiibos are cool. The end.
Yeah. Buy them
I'll
all.
wait for my Solid Snake amiibo.
Not happen.
That'll be funny. But, do you...
How about
well,
a gun to the director of
I want to talk about...
guns to his head?
I want to talk about all of the main Sonic games, like, in the release day, but I kind of want to save that for next episode, because that could be an entire episode in and of
Yeah,
itself.
that'll take up a lot of time, and
Yeah.
it's time that I don't think we have.
Not right now, no. I'm too...
So I think that's probably going to be the end.
It's been an hour and a half, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any closing things you want to say?
Buy Daring Do books.
I tilt Jaffa Cakes.
Go watch my review of Sonic Universe number 5 through 8, now up on my channel. I need the money, please.
And also check out My Little Smash Bros on famfiction.net.
And
Actually, don't, because fanfiction sucks.
Kill the
Okay.
heretic.
Fair enough.
I love the...
I just say that because fanfiction in general sucks. It's usually a bad idea.
Oh, in general, yeah, but kill the heretic if you think that's a specific move. A specific fanfic that I'm thinking of, so.
Well, not all fanfics suck, but the majority of them do.
And
Only 99% of them.
Yeah, you have to dig really, really deep, so... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any other plugging? Watch my stuff.
Also subscribe to Key Gaming, also known as Diamond Key, except I spelled diamond wrong, and no, I'm not changing it. Screw you.
Go to Soup.
Go and watch Linkara review comic books because he's really funny.
And give us all of the money we require for BlownyCon. We need £3,600. Please send it to us.
Where you put it on your... Actually,
so just email it
actually,
to
no.
us.
Before we end this, Joey, say what you put on your Christmas list, because that was just funny.
Oh, I didn't actually put it on my Christmas list.
Well, just very much, just say what you said, I guess.
Alright, for Christmas, I would like a Wii U, £3,600, a Lenovo Flex 2, which is it's a super laptop sort of thing, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the ability to decide who lives and who dies.
So Death Note.
Yeah, so basically the Death Note.
The ability to fly wasn't what...
By the way, fun fact: Lenovo are the same people that made my computer monitor.
Yeah, that's because it's a computer brand.
Mm.
They make very good laptops.
I know, I'm just pointing that out. Also, HP is complete shit at making computers.
Oh, now you make my computer feel bad.
I don't care. If it's an HP, it deserves it. I've had 3 different HPs, and they've all gone to complete shit within only a few months of being used.
It's a 6-year-old computer, and it's still better than most gaming PCs.
Hmm.
and I haven't touched it regarding
Well, then
that.
I think yours is just an HP. I think yours is probably just using an HP skin. It's not really an HP because those things don't last for very long.
No, trust me, this is a brand scheme for XP. Anyway, what else was on my list?
I can't remember. Wasn't one being able to fly?
Yeah, being able to fly. The ability to devour those whom I consider my adversary's soul. To rule the galaxy with an iron-fisted rule. To destroy atoms every time I sneeze. To just
technically you
completely
do
destroying
that.
atomic energy.
You could argue that you are doing that anyway. So
Guys, think of completely random stuff to just say right now. What do you want for Christmas?
I want Ken Penders to get over his stupid bullshit with Archie, and hopefully we can get his characters back into the universe.
Oh, I know what I want for Christmas especially.
What?
Okay. I want my movie idea where Stargate, My Little Pony, Leroy Jenkins, Chuck Norris, and Nicolas Cage. I want a movie with all of those 5 things.
What?
Also, Mr. T.
And Mr. T. No, not just Mr. T, the A-Team.
But mainly Mr. T.
Mainly Mr. T, but the A-Team.
Hmm.
And Peter Dinklage.
That's gonna be a cluster fudge of a movie.
Yeah, but it would be
amazing.
awesome. Also, Fallout Question
Also,
be mixed in with it.
have Michael Bay direct it so it can just be the greatest thing ever.
Explosions, the movie.
Michael Bay will direct it, and
Wait, are we still recording the podcast?
yes, we're still.
Yeah, I'm still recording. I'm gonna stop when we literally have nothing to say. So I'm just.
We've actually got something really big to say here. We're designing the best summer blockbuster award-winning Oscar film ever.
It'll certainly be better than the Avengers.
Okay, so what's going to happen is ISIS finds the dimensional mirror and steals it from Stargate Command and goes to the My Little Pony universe and causes a world war resulting in Fallout Equestria occur.
How are you?
The end.
That could work, but how are you gonna fit that all in 2 hours?
Who said anything about 2 hours?
Okay, have it for a lifetime.
No, the longest film I know of is 5 hours long.
Oh wow. How are you supposed to sit in a?
There's one that is just some guy that filmed a street for an entire day. I think.
That technically
Hold on,
counts.
let me just look. Longest movie.
How are you supposed to sit in a cinema for 5 hours?
Ambience by Anders Weberg. It's 720 hours.
What?
Yeah, so my movie being 5 hours is like saying, yeah, I don't care.
I would not see that in a cinema.
No, we're
though.
probably going to make it like 3.5 hours.
Okay.
And there's going to be 3 sequels.
There's another one called Modern Times Forever, which is 240 hours.
What is this? Like.
Alright, so we're going to have... They're going to be 3 hours long each, and it's going to be 5 sequels.
That's like. The length of that movie is just trying to get 100% in Hyrule Warriors.
The Lord of the Rings put all together are 11 hours.
That's nothing compared to like 240 whatever.
Yeah, 240 hours, which
Yeah.
is the equivalent of 10 days, by the way.
Yeah.
Alright, so does anyone have any more ideas for this movie?
Not really.
Giant robots.
Yes, giant robots.
Chris,
Wait, no, that comes to the territory of Fallout Equestria, because it's robots. Anyway.
bring back Chrysalis for one thing.
Sure. So the first 2 movies can be...
Actually-
So the first 2 movies will basically be ISIS stealing the dimensional mirror from Stargate Command, and then breaking in, and then screwing shit up, and then the A-Team go to fix shit.
Actually, didn't Chrysalis come back in the comics?
Yep, and for the first arc of the comics, and it was great.
Wasn't that book 1 through 3?
4,
Ah,
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well,
The second arc was the Return of Nightmare Moon, which was also really good. And then we went from that to 2 arcs that were 2 issues each, which were Big Mac's Quest for Nails
What?
and the story of how and the story of how Shining Armor and Cadence fell in love.
Okay. Can we just go back a minute? Was that Big Mac's quest for nails or Big Mac's quest to get nailed?
Big Mac's quest for nails. He needed to find them
great.
so he could
Big
repair
Mac's quest
things.
to get nailed. I'm surprised that's not on fanfiction.net as a porno.
No, it probably is.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna Google it. Hold on.
wow.
To us.
Hold on. I need to see
Right,
this.
so someone's going to write me a ship fic about Big Mac getting nailed.
Oh, I didn't find it, but I found some pretty interesting things. Just go on Google and search Big Mac's Quest to get nailed, and it's...
Oh my god! I am afraid to do
Okay, I'm gonna see this.
Oh, the images are fucking hilarious. Oh my god, there's actually one from the comic.
to get nailed.
There's a picture of Chuck Norris.
Alright, so what the fuck is up with those fingernails?
That's a good question.
And then there is a game called Nailed, which looks like a racing game. And then it looks like some sort of Super Nintendo game. Jewelry, nails. May have spelled. Alright, how do you spell nail?
What the hell?
Here, just go to this. Just go to this link. That's specifically in images.
Okay, so we've got a Big Mac, a super Big Mac, a Big Mac. Fluff
Big
Mac
Macs.
shipping picture. Mac coat. Cosplaying. Some twat. More Macintosh coats. Sandwich. Picture from the comic, yeah. Big Mac.
Galaxy
himself,
Quest,
a
what?
chicken in an oven standing upright, waving at someone.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
4 chocolate coins.
I found
a Big
Lego.
Mac, surprise. Someone's drawing of Big Mac. Someone's drawing of a Big Mac. A picture of something that someone wrote called Career Beginnings. That I'm not reading.
I found something that is vaguely sexual.
I found Mario Party.
Human Applejack pulling a big red horse we shall call Big Mac.
Or the Warcraft Mists of Pandaria, for some reason.
Wait, where is even that?
It's just the box art.
A giant mathematical algorithm with what question mark written over it.
Or Warcraft. Bernie Mac.
Yeah, Chuck Norris found him. I'm not going to say what that picture is.
Big Mac looking at body pillows. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to say what that picture is. Big Mac literally effing
I
Lewis.
found lips.
So I actually
lips.
found that. Homer nailing Bart's hand to the drainage pipe. Macaroni and cheese, Chuck Norris. Some idiot. A bass, sea bass. A picture that says taco, and then yes or no, with the highlighter over yes. Lego.
Okay, this has come full circle. I found the box art for Katamari Damacy.
A poster for Costume Quest. More macaroni and cheese.
Screenshot from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Lots
Cars,
of DLC quests.
potatoes, color wheel,
Eve.
some point and click.
More
next-
lips. I found more lips.
I found
Kiss the band
I-
from the 80s.
I found
My
Bowser
God.
Jr. for some reason.
I have no idea even what that is.
You know,
We're gonna link this in the description for some reason.
If I could.
I feel like
Gay porn on the computer.
Is Xavier still here?
I feel like he just left. He died, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's,
That image, I feel like you should edit that into the add that into the video if you can, because I feel like there's a deep philosophical meaning that the viewers might help me understand.
Wait, what's this? Venture Morningstar, which is a sniper rifle from Borderlands 2.
Xenomorphs?
Blue quality with a slag thing. Wait, Xenomorphs? How far have you scrolled? I'm finding tigers and nail.
Found Jack Nicholson!
Lipstick,
Wow.
World of Warcraft Myths of Pandaria poster.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows?
Right, so this is what we can do when we have no topics. I don't even want to know what this picture is.
Oh, I found a screenshot from fucking.
Yeah, that media.tumblr picture. Yeah, about that. That's
I
gonna
found a
get us
screenshot from. I found a screenshot from Assassin's Creed 4.
Big Mac reading Apple Bloom a bedtime story as she's sucking her thumb and hugging a mudkip doll.
I found John Goodman.
Wait, what?
Found John Goodman.
Looks like an SMG from Borderlands 2.
How to get a free chat in Jamagrams?
No, I don't even.
A screenshot from the 1980s Ninja Turtle show.
Okay.
Team Fortress 2.
I think my side ended. Can't go down.
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit showing me his ass.
Introducing Quest protein chips. I don't even. Pizza Boy start menu.
What?
Final Fantasy
I found MacGyver.
6's menus.
Oh, I found an
Some
amazing.
guy playing a sitar. Tiger Quest. That fucking picture about video game journalism.
I found an amazing Sonic fan character that needs to be edited into the video.
Yep. Xenomorph.
I found The Walking Dead.
PewDiePie.
I found The Walking Dead.
By the way, we're gonna have a message way before this saying there is no point in continuing in this video any longer.
Yeah.
And if we come up with something decent to say, we're gonna say skip from here to here because there is nothing interesting unless of course you want to watch this.
Unless
I found.
Jobs.
I found an image. I found an image of like an 8-year-old kid with text over it saying "Pepperoni Playboy."
wow.
Okay then. Whatever gets you off, big boy.
Okay.
Alice in Wonderland, Sly Cooper, a rock
And
that
finally-
looks like a Stormtrooper.
And finally, a collage of images by John Jasico.
Yeah, I see that collage.
Alright, should we just end it here because I think we're just dragging this on.
We're dragging
Yeah.
this on for extra time.
Okay. Goodbye. I can't think of anything interesting.
Buy
Remember-
Jaffa cakes, and if you need help with shipping, there's always Alcorn shipping. It's whimsically magical.
Remember, kids, stay in drugs. Don't do milk and drink your school.
Yes, fuck your school indeed.
Yes, and well, if you want to kill yourselves, then give us your bank details.
I'm never letting that joke die.
Or just play Metroid Other M. It's the same basic effect. You'll probably die from playing that anyway.
No, just play Sonic 06 100% all the way through in one sitting. That's
that's
how
not
you
that
kill yourself.
Nah, that game is still way better than Other M.
Okay, play Other M 100% in one sitting.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Well, just play Other M at all. You don't even need to 100% it. You just need to play it.
Okay, I know this is the Ramble Express, but didn't we just make a point about dragging this on?
Yes, I was just gonna say.
Alright, so
We're done.
see you
The
next
end.
time if you didn't die at the end of this video.
Don't see how you could have lived.
Neither can I. Okay, I'm just gonna stop recording before we go onto another tangent. So goodbye.
If you're still recording.